Hey, my fellow Fright Fiends, it's your buddy Boogeyman Ben. Just wanted to do a quick intro to this video. Now, just right off, this video I shot last Thursday, which was the 20th of October. I had meant for this to follow my Halloween 3 Season of the Witch tribute retrospective 40th year anniversary, but I ended up doing my Sinister Creature Con video prior. I'm just going to air this video in full. It shows some collectibles. I talk about a bookstore that I went to recently that was awesome. Why I'm doing this intro is there's a couple things. Number one, I wanted to pay respect. I stood in front of this same wall back on the 14th of October when it was announced that we had lost the legendary Ted White, who played Jason in Friday the 13th, the final chapter. Well, today, unfortunately, this being the 24th of October, we lost another Friday the 13th alumni, somebody that brought a lot of joy to the world, and not just Friday the 13th film that he was in, but also shows like Will and Grace. He was in American Horror Story. He was in the movie The Help. He was on a show called Call Me Kat with Mayim Bialik. So of course I'm talking about Leslie Jordan, who played Shelby from Jason Goes to Hell, The Final Friday. And Shelby was always one of my favorite characters in that film, and I'm very saddened to hear about Leslie Jordan passing away. He had a heart attack, it sounds like. He had a medical emergency while he was driving, so he was in a car crash today. So 67 years old, and just really saddens me to hear this. A very tragic passing today. Real quick before I jump into the video I shot a little under a week ago, I just hit 4,600 subs. I'm completely humbled and blown away by it, and I just want to say thank you to everyone. I have a lot of cool stuff coming up. I'm going to be doing my Halloween ranking the 13 films in the Halloween franchise for this coming Monday, which will be Halloween. I can't believe it's almost here. I hope everyone looks forward to that, and without further ado, here's the video. Thanks so much for watching, and I'll talk to you again soon. Take it easy. Here we go.
Boogeyman Ben coming round the bend. Is Boogeyman Ben. Is Boogeyman Ben.
Greetings, fellow Fright Fiends, and thanks so much for dropping by the Horror Zone channel. I hope everyone's doing well. Today's video is going to be showcasing some pickups. Most of these are books. I also want to call out a bookstore that I went to just recently as a reference from my friend Richard from Nightmares Anyone. Richard's an awesome guy, and he talked about this bookstore in one of his most recent videos. So without further ado, let's get to some of the things that I have acquired. So first thing I want to do is I want to talk about this bookstore that I went to. The name of it is The Bookseller. Here's a bookmark that they gave me. It's in Lincoln, California. I actually had to be in that town for a meeting a client to do a site walk for one of my projects. Client that I was meeting, the place is in Lincoln, and it just started having to coincide with my friend Richard over at Nightmares Anyone doing a video about this amazing bookstore. I did get to meet the owner. Her name is Debbie, and Jennifer also works there. Both of them were very sweet people. I went there because it's funny, when Richard did his video, you know me, I'm a Salem's Lot horror. I pick up anything Salem's Lot related if I don't have it. I have multiple copies of the novel in hardback, soft paperback. I just got the one that they put out, the new cover for the remake that we still have heard nothing about. And everybody that keeps asking me, have you heard anything about the remake? No, I haven't heard anything outside of September 7th. They had two screenings, one at 4:30, one at 7:30 in Burbank. Haven't heard anything since then. I've heard rumors, but nothing official, and I'm not going to publish anything. No more, reworking the lot until I know something official about this movie. When he did his video and he was in the horror section of the bookstore, I noticed this one. I don't have this copy with that cover. And I was like, yep, got to pick that one up. So I went there and got this one. They still had it. It was in the same area, the horror section, when I got there, and I was so happy to find it. So adding that to my Salem's Lot library. And then I also picked up a book, I guess, Richard had gone there to trade some books and buy some new books, and he traded this one by Robbie Dorman. It just sounded interesting, called The War on Halloween. But yeah, I am really excited to read that. And again, please go and support the bookseller. It's been in business. I believe Debbie was saying that she has had the business for 17 years, going on 18, and they do an amazing. They had amazing decorations for Halloween, and they do amazing decorations for Christmas, from what I'm told. Yeah, it was a blast. I can't wait to go back. When I go back up there, because I have to go back up there for work, I will definitely stop by there again. Next thing I want to showcase, lots of books and magazines and stuff today. Did get the new Fangoria magazine in the mail. I think this is the end of my subscription. I started it last year with Halloween Kills. But yeah, this one comes with a poster. The poster is really cool. I didn't know what the poster was going to be last year. It was a Halloween Kills poster. This one is 2 witches. But that is a nice poster right there. So that was very cool. Just got this in the mail today, so I haven't really had a chance to flip through it, but I'm sure it's about, looks like it's got stuff on, looks like it's got stuff on Art the Clown and Terrifier 2. Looks like we have, of course, Michael Myers, Halloween Ends, right here. So, yeah, really excited to flip through this. Oh, it's got stuff on the new Hellraiser. So very cool. So yeah, I always like Fangoria. I mean, this is the staple of my youth. This is how I found out about all these awesome movies and the makeup effects and everything. I mean, it was my horror, it was my go-to horror periodical when I was a kid. So glad that we still have it. I think it's fantastic, and yeah, I was happy to pick this up. And just recently I went to Half Price Books, another bookstore, used bookstore. It's really the only used bookstore around me, but finally found Stephen King's The Langoliers. Of course, this is an adaptation of a Stephen King short story from 4 Past Midnight. Yeah, it was really great picking this up, and it was only $7, so just happened upon that one. Also went to Barnes & Noble and got the newest issue of Horror Hound. This is showcasing some amazing stuff, like a lot of cool toys that we have coming out, like the Toonie Terrors. They're going to do Hocus Pocus. You got They Live, Teen Wolf. You got the new figurine of Leatherface from the new film that came out this year. You got the Living Dead doll, Nathan Graham, as well as the Mezco Creep figure, which I actually did pre-order. Lots of cool stuff in here. NECA is really killing it with some of these special edition ultimate releases of like Bela Lugosi's Dracula, and of course you have Claude Rains' The Invisible Man. Really cool stuff. And of course they always go into like comic books, and there's a lot of cool stuff. And then horror figures, they do like a whole thing on horror collectibles, like horror figures from NECA Toys. Just really cool stuff. And yeah, was happy to pick this up. I need to get another subscription to this. I used to have a subscription to this magazine a long time ago, but yeah, really happy to pick this one up. And the last book I'm going to show before I show a new purchase I did with Rat Knife. I got this book from Flying Colors Comics. They had this in my series called Halftone Horror, The History of Horror Movie Comic Books, and I am reading it right now. It really goes into some awesome details on comics, and it really goes into some awesome details and some amazing pictures. Just, like Fright Night, Hellraiser, a lot of the comics I grew up with in the 80s, and then some of the new stuff that we've gotten for each of these respective titles, but really well done, and I'm having a lot of fun going through it, just to show you guys some of it. But there you go, so some more right there. Really great book. I definitely recommend it if you're into horror comic books and just horror movies that have been adapted into comic books. It retails for about $35, but so worth it. It's very nice, very well-made book. Yeah, I can't recommend it enough, and I'm actively reading it now. Now on to my newest pickup from rat knife. They make enamel pins. I've talked about them before. The last one I did that they put out was the Sackhead Jason. This one's kind of bittersweet. It's sort of weird how this pin dropped. This pin dropped actually on the day that Ted White passed away. Of course, I did a little tribute video to him. But this enamel pin is representing Ted from that film. And I just thought it was absolutely brilliant. And here it is right here. And I will showcase it up close so you guys can see it better. Yeah, this is an amazing pen. I'm probably going to put it on one of my suit jackets. I really, really like that. And again, still I think the most terrifying Jason Voorhees in history. As much as I love C.J. Graham. C.J. Graham made it fun, but Ted was terrifying. And I don't know what it is about the way he played Jason, but so many people that have commented. I mean, my video on his the little tribute video I did on him has really blown up. And just thank you guys so much. I'm getting back to everybody's comments. I apologize for the delay, but just been really crazy. I've been pumping out a lot of videos and I haven't been keeping up with the comments as much as I would like to, but just know I read everybody's comments and I will get back to everyone. But yeah, people are really liking that little tribute. It was just something I threw together when I found out he had died. Yeah, it's just amazing. I want to thank everyone for all the support, and yeah, just showcasing some cool stuff I got here. Oh, and the last thing, I did forget one thing. So for some reason, I don't know why I'm feeling this way, but I'm feeling really protective of Halloween 2. I know that I haven't done my ranking video of the franchise, all 13 films in the Halloween franchise. Like I said, I wanted to let it marinate. I want to watch Halloween Ends again. I really am diving deep into putting out the best, you know, not just a knee-jerk reaction like, okay, the newest film is the best film in the franchise. I'm not going to do that. I did love Halloween Ends. That doesn't change anything, but, you know, I have a history with this franchise. And lately I've just been I've been watching a few people's top, you know, lists, or, you know, I've just been watching a lot of other people's lists of how they would rank the Halloween franchise. And for some reason, one of my favorite films is really getting ranked low. And that's fine. It's like I said, you know, everybody else has, you know, everybody's opinion, you know, whatever floats your boat. If that's, you know, if that film doesn't reach you like it does me, that's cool. But I don't know. I'm really protective of that film. And I was buying something for my goddaughter's birthday tonight at Spirit Halloween. And I saw this cup, this Halloween 2 cup. It's just a little $2.99 cup. But I was like, I have to have that because I love this film. I love Halloween 2 so much. It means just as much to me as, you know, the original Halloween. And I know that might be controversy, but for me, these two films go hand in hand, and nothing can change that. So it might be giving a little bit of a spoiler for my upcoming video, but I've talked very candidly about how much I love this film, and that it was really the first Halloween film I really saw. So maybe that has something to do with it. You know, it's always like that first thing that you watch. I've heard a lot of people say that, you know, Halloween 5 is one of their favorites because it was like one of the first ones they watched, or H20 was one of their favorites because it was the first one they watched. And I think that's really special. I really feel like we've gotten to this ugly place. And I've talked about it before in the one I talked about with, you know, how Danielle Harris and Scout Taylor Compton were treated, and just the whole toxic fan culture right now about people being, you know, this abrasive attitude if people liked Halloween Ends or if they didn't like Halloween Ends. I mean, it's just like, it shouldn't matter. You know, all that matters is how you felt about it. Did you like it? Did you not like it? That's all that matters. And there's nothing wrong with liking something that's not a popular opinion. I've seen a lot of people afraid in some of these videos I've watched where they're like, oh, I'm going to get a lot of hate for this one. I don't know why we're doing this to each other. I feel like everybody has turned into an asshole film critic. And I'm not trying to label anybody, but I feel like that's what we've all become. And I really, you know, it makes me sad. We should all be supporting each other, whether we agree with somebody's opinion or don't. You know, don't force your opinions on people. Just agree to disagree. There's nothing wrong with that. I've never told somebody they were wrong for liking something or wrong for not liking something. this whole thing about this anger and sort of attacking people because of their opinions of the new Halloween movie just kind of made me feel really nostalgic for Halloween 2, and I just think it's really cool. I like the design work on it, and yeah, just picked that up at Spirit tonight. So let me know what your favorite item is. Let me know if you guys are fans of Fangoria or Horror Hound. What's your favorite horror magazine? And also let me know if you guys picked up one of these amazing enamel pins from Rat Knife. Yeah, love this, and thank you all for the support. Also, remember to support the sponsor of this video. That is Kevin over at House of Mysterious Secrets. That's houseofmysterioussecrets.com. I've been buying horror collectibles from Kevin since 2010. Awesome collection of horror items like shirts, hats, toys, posters, soundtracks. If you check out the site, use code 9350 for a one-time 10% off. Tell them the Boogeyman sent you. And on that note, I will talk to you guys again very, very soon. So take it easy. Stay scared as always. Hey fellow Fright Fiends, just want to say thank you again for supporting Boogeyman Ben's Horror Zone. If you're brand new to the channel and you haven't yet subscribed, please hit the subscribe button down below, hit the bell notification so you're updated every time I drop a new video. I typically do this once or twice a week with new content. I've been doing this for over 11 years, and the horror genre is a passion of mine, and it really means a lot to me that I can share that passion with all of you guys. Thanks so much again for the support, and I'll talk to you again later. Take it easy, stay scared as always.